Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on a little bit of logistics, and we are also currently working on a small economic problem that I'm actually going to make worse by doing this. We're going to need to have one additional bastion defending this L gate, because this L gate is a point of failure in our defenses. So we're going to need that, and that is going to bring us to 27 out of 24 starbases, bringing our starbase upkeep up to plus 75%. Now that is a problem. There's no doubt about that. Let's see, are we currently working on one? We are not. This is transgenic crops. That's about the best we can do right now, though. Okay, well, we're probably going to have to float our economy on something else for a little while. I think that's reasonably okay. Actually, you know what we could do? Is we could pull back on our sector investment. That is something we could do. Bump this to, say, 50 and 50 for right now. It's not great to be doing that, that's for sure. I mean, we could manually invest it still. It's not a huge deal. Okay, there's some necrophaging happening. That's all well and good. The Mestro station over here, we're going to go ahead and cancel the disruption field generator, and we're going to upgrade that guy up to a citadel right now. That's going to be much cheaper for us. We're going to do the same thing here. We're not going to construct buildings or modules when possible until we get this starbase capacity sorted out. So that is going to be an issue. We're just going to have these upgrading on up. And it's going to get expensive. There's no doubt about that one. We're currently over our naval cap as well, and that's something we need to consider. So hopefully we'll be able to get this done relatively quickly. There's applied superconductivity, that will help. Gateway and Delphine, that's always handy. We'll grab another applied superconductivity. We're going to need it. We are going to need that, for sure. Okay, I do want to check in on our construction ships. This guy's just heading to Isval right now. We're going to need some more influence before we can start constructing our gateway over here. So that's okay. But this will put us in a tremendously strong defensive position once we get this all complete. For now, though, it puts us in a precarious economic one. I just want to double check that our trade is working fine. Hello. What is this? Atlas. We are having a bit of a trade issue in Atlas. Okay. This shouldn't be a problem to fix. We'll just expand the patrol for the Afflicted Armada to these 3 areas. So we'll get over there as soon as we can. Oh, okay. The Mandasura are also displaying psionic potential. Latent psionic powers have begun to manifest in certain individuals belonging to the Mandasura species, according to leaked reports from authorities in the Mandasura Trade Union. This must be a fairly recent development, since we have no record of Mandasurae ever displaying psionic abilities on file. According to the leaked reports, these powers are so far limited to a very small minority, and they've offered no explanation. Okay, so they are going psionic as well. Noted. So as we can see here, as soon as this jump happens in a few days, there we go, we can see that our piracy is declining here, and we may want to leave them here for just a little while to allow this to go down. At the very least, I want to allow them to enter orbit here. Hello, Parima. Excellent. Yeah, they have now entered orbit, so now let's go ahead and have them patrol over to here, just so that we can make sure that we keep all these piracy effects cleaned up. This one, it should continue to clean up nicely for the next little while, and then it should be good enough, I think. We'll check back in on that in a little while. This construction ship is ready to begin constructing our gateway over here, and we have the influence for it. I want to actually have it be like here, going into Dwumgar. because that goes further back into our territory. And these would be the ones that we would essentially be defending. But there's no defensive station here, and there won't be. Necrophyte shortages are to be expected, of course. Construction ship over in Wodriax will be finishing up soon enough. Yeah, that will be quite soon. Excellent. Food from Drobs. Hopefully... Oh... I was hoping that we'd get another Starbase cap. Whatever's fastest to re-roll this, honestly. We'll go for army damage. We don't need additional fleet command limit right now. We need naval cap more than we need fleet command. And honestly, this isn't going too bad on the energy credits front. And look at all these consumer goods that we're getting right now. We may want to consider changing our trade policy. Let's see, where's our trade policy? Here it is. It's currently on wealth creation. Okay, we already did. Never mind. That's fine. We could, however, potentially put through an edict. Let's see, recycling campaign for pop consumer goods upkeep. That would get us a huge influx of consumer goods. For 700 energy credits. I think that's very worthwhile. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm also interested in putting through this scientific revolution and potentially omnifarious acquisition plus 5 monthly influence. Yeah, we'll grab that as well for now. And we may as well grab a Grand Fleet as well. And we're just going to chill on the rest of this unity, I think. The rest of these I'm not too concerned about just yet. They're going to be useful a little bit later on, but for now, I think that'll be fine. Excellent. And with that, I'm also going to put in a monthly sale of 250 consumer goods for right now. There we go. Excellent. We should now see a pretty sizable fix to our economy. Excellent. Gateway construction site in Wodriax is now complete. We should be able to get this going immediately, and in fact we can. So let's do exactly that. We're moving over here, but we should be able to get the influence that we need pretty quickly. So that'll be fine. After we're done with this, we probably don't need this construction ship anymore. So that's great. I want to continue upgrading all of these. Gateway in the Cybrix Alpha system. That's always nice to see. But we want to continue upgrading these stations. I'm still holding off for now on actually building the modules for them. Yeah, the Senate is kind of broken down. It's not going to do too much. Yeah, these are all completely fine. Excellent. Defense platform damage, that's fine, I suppose. We'll grab minerals from jobs. Excellent. So now that we're making 9 influence per month, things are going pretty well. And we should be able to get this construction ship to build the gateway. And we want to build it, I think, over on this side over here. We can get that done pretty quickly in just a couple of months. Or, well, not done, but we can get it started in just a couple of months. Let's check in on the status of Atlas. Okay, its piracy is still a little bit up there. I'm hoping that the Afflicted Armada is currently going to the Xania system. Okay. I'm hoping that this is not at an equilibrium point, but that it is at a declining point. And I think it is at an equilibrium point. So that should be good, in theory. We are losing some trade value over here, but we don't really mind that much. Okay, as soon as this guy is done here, we want to move it over to Terminal Egress, where we want to build a gateway over here. Excellent. We can now, of course, build our gateway construction site here. And so we shall. We'll get started on that one. But all of these gateways will make our travel much more efficient. So that is fantastic. This Ruined Ring section is still underway, and let's start working on this one, since we happen to have the alloys for it. It does cost 10,000 alloys, so it's fairly expensive, but it will be worth it once we get this completed. Excellent. We do have a couple more mega structures that I'd like to build while we are in the process of catching up with this awakened empire. They're benevolent interventionists, so we can't really go aggressive until we can take these guys, because they are likely to attack us if we start getting all belligerent. But I really do want to get our starbase cap up. We're at a good number of starbases right now, I feel like. But we are... Actually, our naval cap is fantastic since we went for that edict. Edict duration increase, that would be helping our efficiency on those. We're going to be going backwards on our unity for a while, so we should probably think about that. A colony over here could definitely use some housing. This is a science world. So it is. Well, this is just research assistance. Okay, well, we'll get started with a city district there anyway. This mining world is lacking a job. It will need more housing. We'll go ahead and put in a city district for now. This colony here is supposed to be a mining world. Indeed it is a mining world. Excellent. We're going to put in a mining district here for that housing. This generator world here is going to be having some difficulties. I'm going to go to an alloy nano plant. There we go. This forge world here needs housing. That's a lot of crime on Belgium Prime. That's a lot of crime. We may want to think about... No, not upgrading that. We may want to think about replacing our gene clinic here with something to help deal with that crime. Like, for example... what do they call it? Citadels of Faith don't actually help with that. But, what do they call it? Precinct houses. Yes. So we'll put in a precinct house there. That is very high on the crime. I'd prefer to not be up there on that crime, so we'll do that. This is a mining world. We will go ahead and put in a few additional mining districts. We also have a lot of tile blockers here, don't we? Dense ruins. Oh, we could study those. These aren't actually tile blockers, they're just rare planetary features, which means that we don't actually have very many max districts on here. Fascinating. Okay, well, there's applied superconductivity coming in again. We don't need that one again, that's for sure. Well, not for a little while, anyway. Let's go ahead and grab focusing arrays 4, I think. This agro world, I do want to upgrade to a system capital complex. This industrial world is lacking in housing. We can fix that. And we are good to go on that front. Excellent. Let's check in on our stations. This one should start working on becoming a citadel. And everything else, I think, looks pretty decent for right now. Excellent. So we're mostly just chilling at this point. I mean, Are these guys in any wars? No, they're not. They're just kind of sitting there. We may end up being able to get away with fighting wars without them intervening. We'll have to see. We're not ready to do that yet, so I'm reasonably content with what we've got going on right now. We do need some additional time. So that's fine. As soon as we are done with this gateway, I'd like to move back to our capital here. Because we still need some time to get our logistics network online, and once we're back in our capital... Oh, hello, in the Isval system. That's great. That is, of course, this one here. Once we get our logistics online, then we're going to be able to move around much more efficiently. But I also want to build a couple other of these megastructures. Specifically, I want to build all of them, except for habitats. That's not relevant. But the mega shipyard, I kind of want to have that in our capital. And if that's going to be the case, then we should upgrade this to a citadel and shift this over to a bastion. Gun, gun, missile, missile, hangar, hangar. And then we'll put in a target uplink computer. We'll put in a communications jammer. We'll put in a disruption field generator. Something like that. We can activate relics, and we may want to. Monthly Unity. That's not really what we'd probably be looking to do. I think we'd instead activate the Cybrex Warforge, and I'm going to do that. It's going to take us some time to get to these additional gateway construction sites. Sometime. So that'll be fine. And with those extra alloys, we're that much closer to being able to start repairing an additional ring section over here. We've just got a lot of projects that we're working on right now. Once those are complete, we can launch our galactic conquest and eliminate all of that horrible, horrible life from the galaxy. So that will be wonderful. These stations, this one here in particular, needs to continue upgrading. Belgium Prime is having additional crime. We may need to address that more intensely. We do need a chamber of elevation here. This colony isn't actually designated. It does have high quality minerals, so we may want to make this a mining world. There we go. Excellent. We need housing. Let's go ahead and just put in a mining district for now. Zeober Prime. This is, of course, a refinery world. What are we short on? Rare crystals. Okay, so we'll get a synthetic crystal plant here. Not a nanite transmuter unless we're doing good on those. Nope, we're not doing well on the nanites. Okay. Synthetic crystal plants. There we go. But I want to address Belgium Prime here. This is currently at 74%, and it's mostly from those branch offices. These guys are really hurting us here. We could put in an anti-crime campaign. And we are going to do that. That bumps us down to 70%, and once these precinct houses finish up, hopefully, we'll be able to deal with that. We can reach into the Shroud, and I think we should. What else is in there? A flock of spirits, glowing with dazzling colors that do not exist in normal space, dance around us for several hours as we venture deeper into the Shroud. The spectacle is enjoyable, until the realization hits us. We're being herded. Let's go for increased unity here. We are going to need additional unity to maintain our edicts, so let's do it. The powerful energies of the Shroud have flooded into the communal psionic link that is shared between all ones. We've never felt a greater sense of unity. Excellent, that's a 30% boost. That is pretty good. Especially considering that we've put no effort into getting additional unity. I'm pretty happy about that. So hopefully we'll get that crime... Oh, hello. That crime is very, very effective. Or rather, these precinct houses are very, very effective combined with the anti-crime campaign. That's doing a lot. That's excellent. Edict duration. Now, I don't think that'll apply to the ones that we currently have up. Fleet command limit. We'll grab another rank of edict duration. Okay, that'll be fine. Let's check in on our bases. That is all looking fine. Wonderful. So these guys are going to move back to our capital once they're done. We actually do have enough alloys right now, though, to begin working on this. Oh, we can only do 2 megastructures at a time. Fair enough. Gateways, of course, don't count. Energy weapon damage there. And let's go for, I think, energy weapon damage again. Excellent. How are we doing technologically compared with these guys? They're equivalent to us technologically. Noted. Gateway construction site is ready over here. So that's fantastic to see. We'll go ahead and get that going. And we'll just have to chill on these alloys for now until this guy finishes up in 480 days. That's okay, we'll put the alloys to use. In fact, let's do that right now. We can just hit this button. We're not currently over our naval cap, so let's go ahead and become over our naval cap. Excellent. This construction ship is out over here. It's not quite ready to build the gateway here yet, but it will be once we have 15 additional alloys. We should have... Actually, we are going to be short... I said alloys. I meant to say influence. We're going to be a little short on our alloys on this, actually. But that's okay. We're not in a huge rush on that. Our logistics network will be finishing up very, very soon, which will be wonderful for us. This station is well underway, as are these. These should, in fact, be upgrading to Citadel, which is going to further delay that last gateway. Let's hold off on that, because we can get that done now. We can build the gateway here. Now, that is our penultimate gateway. That isn't our final gateway. We're going to have one more in Voidpool. It's going to take a little while for our construction ship to get to Voidpool. Let's check in on Atlas in terms of our trade. Piracy is suppressed there. That's wonderful. Okay, is piracy not suppressed anywhere? Nope, we're doing well. Wodriax is now complete with its gateway, so we can come down here very, very quickly. That's perfect. At some point, we're going to have to start scaling back our consumer goods cell, but that's absolutely fine. I'm not in the slightest concerned about that. Our construction on these various ships appear to be going reasonably well.
A study has been completed.
So that's great. Strikecraft damage increase, that's fine. I kind of just want to continue going for whatever's cheapest. We'll grab planetary build speed for right now, I guess. Fantastic. So, some of these probably need additional upgrades. Yeah, these need upgrades to Citadels. It's going to take some time to get the alloys to get all these going. But that's fine. We're making 607 per month, which is not the most, but it's reasonable for right now. I'm fairly content with it. Drug Freighter has crashed on Zoltan Prime. That's not great. Now, Zoltan Prime actually should also be one of those crime worlds, right? Yeah, it's got some crime there. That's an alloy foundry. Let's go ahead and replace that with a precinct house. Let's get that crime under control. Excellent. Okay, this mining world needs housing. Easy enough. Although, we're kind of behind on housing. Let's put in a city district as well. This forge world needs housing. Let's just put in a couple of mining districts for now. We're going to need more housing than that, but that's okay. We're lacking housing on Batrak Prime, which also has quite a lot of crime on it right now. Got a nanite transmuter on there. I think we can get rid of our Cyto revitalization centers at this point. And let's put in a precinct. That's not going to help our housing, but we can replace a single generator district here with a city district instead. That'll give us clerk jobs, producing trade value and amenities. We're not going to get as much energy credits out of a city district as we would out of a generator district, but we're doing fine on that front, so I'm not concerned. Interdimensional trade is coming up, and this mining world needs a chamber of elevation. Excellent. And this mining world here, what could it use? This is not much of a mining world right now, but this is actually supposed to be an alloy foundry world, so we'll put one of those in. Fantastic. Edict duration. Okay. We don't really need admin cap right now. I guess we're going to go for another rank of edict duration, and we're just trying to re-roll into additional starbase capacity. That's the primary goal there. However, it is pretty much time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to continue working on our logistics here, although we're going to finish those up. We're going to work on a few more construction projects, and we're going to be getting ready to declare war on the galaxy. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.